Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Elden Ring. This time I'm going to show you how to not only get through Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs, but also defeat the boss, which is an Ulcerated tree spirit. Okay, we're going to start from the point of grace. However, everything in my run here is already dead. So we are just going to take the critical path through this maze and then unlock the boss door. So this dungeon sort of has this weird thing to it where you're going to be running through literally the same rooms, but they're actually on different levels. So you're going to get to rooms and feel like, wait, did the enemies respawn somehow? Or did they put in new enemies? Did they load in new enemies? Like, what's happening? It's just a maze. It's a deliberate puzzle maze. So it's not that you're going crazy. It's just that you're made to think you're going crazy. Okay, so following this path from the door, we're going to take this lift down. Now, the previous lift, if you want it, in the previous lift, you can actually wait for that elevator to go back up and then ride it down and get some treasure down there. But I'm not going to do that in this video. But that is what you can do. Okay, so we're going to come up to this statue, and then we're going to turn right, go up this set of stairs, and then we're going to turn left at this hallway. Watch out for the trap. Okay, and then we're going to make it into a room with blades. So we're going to run through here. And then we're going to enter this room, and we're going to turn left. Okay, up this set of stairs, up another set of stairs, and then we're going to be in an L-shaped room. And then we're going to turn, go into the next room up the stairs. And then in this next room, there's going to be a hole that we can drop down. And then I'm actually going to make a tiny mistake and correct it very quickly. But I'm going to start walking up this staircase dead ahead of me, realize I made a mistake, and turn around. Very good, John. Okay, so we're going to walk down this hallway, and there will be a lift here. But you want to send the lift up. And then once you drop down, you got to be careful because there will be a giant pot. You have to be careful of that. Don't fall off the ledges. Okay, then you're just going to walk straight through, and the switch is in this room. And I will show you how to get from here back to the boss room, because that's also a tiny bit confusing. So once you've hit the switch, you want to run this way, and then it may not really look like it, but we are going to be retreading ground here. So we're going to ride this lift up, and then we're just going to run straight through once we reach the top. Very good. All right, go ahead and run straight through and up the stairs. And then eventually we're going to reach the boss room. There you go. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get to the boss strategy. Chances are you have fought several ulcerated tree spirits by this point in the game, so this should be somewhat familiar to you. But you are fighting it in quite a small room, which can be frustrating. So the boss starts right off with a bang by slamming its head into the ground. Always fun, whipping it around, making me waste flasks right at the jump. Right out the gate. So here comes the tail swipe. You can always roll through that. It does sort of delay the tail swipe though, so make sure you don't roll until the tail is actually moving towards you. So with this roar, it'll do this big leap attack, and then it will typically follow that up either with a breath or some hand slams. Either one. For the breath that it follows up with, you can actually just stand right underneath the boss and go for it. So yep, right here, same thing. You can just get underneath the boss or to the side and start getting in some really good damage. Okay, with this, whenever it slams its face on the ground, it's tough to manage, but if you're ever able to get damage onto its head, that will build a ton of stagger. So you can always try to aim for the head, and then you will be able to get a big riposte, which does a lot of damage to the boss. It's tough to do, but it may be worth it if you're fighting it from a distance. Okay, so once you notice it glowing, you want to run away as quickly as possible, and then you want to avoid the flame geysers that spawn on the ground. Those flame geysers can spawn with another attack that we'll see in a minute, so you got to be careful of that. While the boss is glowing, you won't take damage from standing near it. It's not like Smelter Demon from Dark Souls 2 where you just take proximity damage. It's nothing like that, so you can always just sit next to it. Okay, so this is the big flame geyser attack. It will explode itself, and then geysers will spawn on the ground, so you got to watch out for both of those. Don't stand next to the boss while that's happening, otherwise you will take damage pretty much no matter what. Okay, and that's basically the fight. Because the same thing's over, and then the fight continues. So you got to watch out for that head whip. That one's a little deceptive, because it just seems like it's sort of rolling around, and then it suddenly whips its head at you. Got to be careful for that. It does have a grab. This is it. You got to watch out for that. Just roll pretty late, and then you shouldn't get hooked up. I have rolled and not taken initial damage from it, but then gotten grabbed anyway, so it's a little tricky. Okay, so its main point of damage taking will be its stomach. Like I said, if you can aim for the face, do so. Otherwise, you won't be able to hit it. Okay, so it does have that two-handed slam, and I actually just this second noticed that that looks like AVerMedia. It's probably the same animation. That's crazy. I never noticed that until this moment. I mean, who cares? We're using animation if it means making a cool-looking boss like this, but man, that's funny. All right, so one more hit, the boss will go down. We'll get a fancy jump strike. I love ending boss fights like that. It'll go down. You'll get a golden seed, as well as a Glovewort Picker's Bell Bearing number 2 that you can give to the statue in Round Table Hold. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.